Hi, Lacey Filipovich here for the 30 Days 30 Tips Challenge, and today is day 14. My tip for you today is that positive gearing is not what you've been told it is. Now, this comes from a conversation that I had a couple of months ago with a financial planner, and the moment that I used the word positively geared property, she freaked out. She really was like, oh no, that's bad, you don't do positively geared property. And I was really curious because the alternatives are, of course, if you're going to have property, you either have positively geared, which means you're making money out of it. You have neutrally geared, which means that the costs are the same as what's coming in. Or you have negatively geared property, which it means you're putting your hand in your pocket to pay for that property because the rent isn't enough to cover the expenses. Lots of people like negatively geared property because, of course, it means that you get this tax benefit in Australia. Now, personally, I'm not a fan. Most property you buy for investment purposes has to be negatively geared to start with because often you'll need a 80% mortgage to be able to afford it, and the sums just work out that it ends up negatively geared. Positively geared is where you're trying to go though, and the point of positively geared is that you make money out of the property. The rent is above the expenses and eventually the rent becomes your passive income. Now, when I asked her why she was freaking out about it and shaking her head and going, oh no, I'd never recommend that, it's because people have commandeered the term positively geared property. Snake oil salesmen, we can call them in general, people selling property ideas or property developments that say, oh, it's positively geared from day one. And often it's because they'll have some kind of income assurance, or they're giving something away, or they're giving you a massive, I've seen one recently where they had 3 times the first home buyer's grant. If you're going to buy an investment property because of that, run. If they're giving away a car with a property, run. That is silly. They are doing it because the property doesn't stack up. Now, understanding what makes a good property is essential. You'll need to do that before you buy any investment. But positively geared, don't fall for it in the advertising. Positively geared, when you do the maths on it, that's fine. That makes sense. Go right ahead. But don't listen to a financial planner that freaks out about positively geared just because they've got this idea about the marketing of it. And likewise, don't fall for the bait if someone's saying, oh, it's positively geared, when there's a whole heap of clauses in there that make it positively geared early, and it's not really. You need to understand your maths. Positively geared is a good thing. It's what you're waiting for. You want your property to be making money for you, paying you rent so that you can live off that. And then that way you don't have to earn an income through your work, which is wonderful. But don't listen to any of the media and the hype and the crap around it, okay? That's my advice for you today. If you like this topic, you might like to read Erica and Tony's story, which is about how they built 12 properties in 12 years in Perth. And it's called Building a Future One Property at a Time. So they're now self-funded retirees in a great position. It's a really good example of people who took advantage of a market and made the best of it. Hope you enjoy the blog. I'll see you tomorrow for day 15.